That's me. So hi everyone, I'm going to show you something good, something amazing, something nice. Here we go. So at the moment we are sitting in Ford Transit 350 with Mr. H. So Hemant, why do we have this big ass Ford Transit 350 here?
So we'll be doing window tints on this Ford Transit 350. Just show them the glasses. It's like doing 3 or 4 cars. So doing 3 to 4 cars is easier than doing this Ford Transit truck because the pre-cuts are not always the best one for these trucks. So we might have to do some hand cutting on this and then we'll check the final results.
Oh, by hand cutting you mean not using the plotter at all?
We will not be using any cutting software for this one because I checked this particular model is not available not even in Canadian region or US region. So we have to do some hand cutting. So looks like some experienced people need to be on it.
Need to be on board. Okay,
Yes,
okay. Yes. To be honest, I just realized the windshield, the front windshield is bigger than the usual cars. It's actually bigger.
Actually, I don't think customer is looking for the windshield. He's only looking for the back and the sides, but that's a good point.
Is that a good thing?
I need to ask the customer.
Yes, ask
That's
him.
my upselling right there.
So I really want to go out in this van with my whole family someday, and I really want my this Transit to be tinted with CarCafe.
Well,
Marketing.
yeah, that's not happening soon, man. I know.
Okay, okay, yeah, I got it.
As you may notice that most of the transit trucks and even the SUVs these days, they all come with the dyed glass. So a lot of time customers ask me that I already have tint on my rear windows and back windshield, but that's not the case. So what you get is the dyed glass. It does not necessarily give you all the heat protection that you are looking for. It's more for the privacy purposes. In some cars, yes, it does provide the heat protection as well in those smart glasses, but not all of them has this feature. So customer don't want to go too dark on these windows, so we'll be putting another 20% on top of it. That's kind of too dark, but still because we are doing XPEL's XR series, XR Black, so the visibility from inside out will stay mint. So customer doesn't have to worry about how the visibility will be when he's driving overnight. So we have to make sure that we'll be putting the best tint so your visibility stays clear even at the night time. That's the most important for your safety. As I mentioned earlier, so we don't have the pre-cuts for this particular van for some reason. We do have for most of the transit trucks, but not for this one. So we'll be doing the hand cutting. We are using a 40-inch roll because the glass size is too big for any conventional sizes like 36 inches or 24 inches. So we'll be cutting it out from a 40-inch roll.
So we'll have a word with our installer here, Narinder. ठीक है नरेंद्र जी, ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ?
ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣਾਓ ਜੀ?
ਬਸ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ। ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਪੁੱਛਣੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਸ਼ੇਪ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਪ੍ਰੀ ਕੱਟ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਲੋਟਰ ਤੇ ਕਟਿੰਗ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਬਟ ਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਟਿੰਗ ਹੈਂਡ ਕੱਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਡ ਆ?
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਹੈਂਡ ਕੱਟ ਮੇਨ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰੀ ਕੱਟ ਇੰਸਟਾਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੌਖੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ।
ਓਕੇ।
हैंड कट ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰੀ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਗੈਸ ਕਿੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਟਿੰਟ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਕਿੰਨੀ ਟਿੰਟ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹੇਗੀ। ਉਹ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ ਹੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਮਿਰਰ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਸਕ੍ਰੈਚ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਨਾ ਪੈਣ,
ਠੀਕ ਆ
ਵਗੈਰਾ ਉਸ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਚਲਾਉਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ।
ਓਕੇ ਓਕੇ ਓਕੇ। ਤੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਓਵਰਆਲ ਵੇਖੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈਂਡ ਕੱਟ that actually requires a lot of skill, precision and a mindset to do it, what I feel.
Basically, that's how we do when we don't have the pre-cuts in the software. The only trick here is to make sure that you're leaving enough room on every corner so it can cover the dot matrix. So as you can see that the cutting we are doing is kind of 1/8 of an inch extra from every corner. Now, as you can see, this window is going right under the headliner. So we have to make a straight cut to make sure that it is covering the right area. we won't even be able to trace it down, and the guy inside is really talented, so he keep on shifting it. So never mind. Another thing for, now this is for the tint installers. So if you are moving your blade on the tint, just make sure that you're putting the right pressure, otherwise you can end up putting a scratch on the glass. It's a myth that not every blade put a scratch on the glass. If you're not putting the right pressure, it's 110% sure that you're going to scratch the glass. So the trick here is to make sure that you're putting the right pressure with the right angle, and you still have to use the right blade, not any blade. There is like a tint cutting button that comes, and there are 10 other things that you can use. Every day China is coming up with some new assistive tool that you can use to do any kind of task when it comes to tinting or PPF, but make sure that you're not scratching the window at this point. Our guy here is making sure the quarters at the passenger side is on the right place. I have another guy working here. He's working on the main window for the driver's side. And then I have another guy who's taking care of installations inside. These windows, here we need to roll down the windows to make sure that the installation is done properly. But for these windows, they don't open. So these are the fixed windows. So we have to do the installations from inside. So Amrit here is doing the installation on the rear quarters for the rear quarters. And as you can see, we did the hand cutting. When I mentioned earlier that we have to make sure that it's like 1/8 of an inch extra from every side, you can see the reason why. You cannot see any line in any of the corner that where the tint is ending. It's kind of merging right inside the gaskets. So this gives not only a professional look, not only a clean look, but also it makes sure that it doesn't start peeling from any of the rough corners. If the corners are not placed properly, there are highly chance that if somebody else or a kid sitting in the car, they can simply play with the tint and take it out. But if all the corners are covered, you're making sure that this tint gonna stay there forever. So we're done with this window. This one we still placed outside, so we'll do the final work on this. So after this, we'll go to the final shots and we'll show you how it looks like after the completion. So for the back, easier part with this, unlike as it is in the cars, we can simply open these doors and do the installation. It is pretty easy to do the installation on these doors. It's not really a big curve here, easier to shrink, easier to get into the shape, and then simply paste it. So this is the final result for the Ford Transit. As you can see, the rear windows are almost limo black and the front windshields are done as per the legal standard. Well, that's what at least I say in the video. And I hate these watermarks, not done by us. It was there before, customer don't want to pay it, we don't want to do it. Simple. If you're also looking to get similar kind of work done, you know where to come, CarCafe. We have multiple locations all across Ontario. And for more content and to learn more stuff every day, follow us, subscribe us, and wait for the next video next week. Thank you.